everyone, welcome back to the Avis YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to explore something very new and you can say experimental, that how to connect an MCP server with Power BI. So if you are here been hearing about MCP, the Model Context Protocol, and how it allow you tools like Power BI to interact with AI or any external services like MCPs, this video will help you to understand and how it's work in practice, not just in theory. All right. And before jumping this video, I want to just tell the precautions while working with MCP servers. So this video is purely for learning and experimental and understanding the concepts of MCP, that how we can connect power, how to connect in Power BI and talk with an MCP server. So don't apply these things into your current role or current organizations, any productions company, because that you are allowing an external services that use AI online services to give you an output. Okay. And right now there's a lot of like Power BI developers still working on these things, right? So don't try to use into your live productions. So let's jump into this video and see how you can connect your Power BI reports with MCP server. So over here, I have a very sales report. I know that the KPIs and all is very basic. So I've just created some KPI and some two chart. So I have a data of global superstore where I have four tables like date table, order table, people table, and return table, right? Now, what I want to do is that I want to connect this file with the MCP server. So what you need first a VS Code. Okay, you can download from the web given description. You need a one VS Code. Now, once you got the VS Code, you need to come to this extension part. In this extension, you need to install some extension to connect with the Power BI service, right? So what are the first two extension you need to do? First, you need to install the GitHub Copilot extension. Copilot. All right. So these two you need to first install. I have already installed the first two one, GitHub Copilot and GitHub Copilot Chat. This you should install first. Then you need to install the last one, which is Power BI MCP server. Right. Now, the first one, Power BI modeling MCP server. As you can see, you need to install this one. Once you install this one, come to this file option and come to the new. Oh, one second. Right. Now, once you install these three extension, you come to on the top corner, you'll see the chat, Google Chat. If you click over here, now over here, it's saying build with agent. Right. Now, over here, there's another options over here. You can select agent because we want to connect with the agent since we are using an MCP server. So make sure you check the agent box. And then there are lots of models are there. In your case, you might to need login with your GitHub Copilot in order to get connect all of these models. I have already connected my account with the GitHub. That's why I can see all of the options. You need to first select the models, then you need to log in with the GitHub, then you will see all other options will be available for you as well. Now we can select auto. Auto means it automatically select all of the models whenever you ask any question. So I'll just select the cloud which I want to work. Now, what is the first thing you need to do over here? Let's say in this report you have a four tables, right? Now let's say I will say connect to sales report in Power BI desktop. Now it's working, just wait. All right. So why I'm writing sales report, you need to understand that as well. My file name is sales report. So that you need to mention. Okay. Connect the sales report, whatever the file name you have, connect to sales report in Power BI. And a lot of time you need to allow some of the action, because without you, if you don't approve anything, that any action will not able to run. So you need to allow every time whenever it's asking for you. Okay. It's trying to connect with the Power BI report. All right, it's saying successfully connected with the Power BI report. The connection has been now active and now ready to use. Now let's ask to this AI. I want to know how many tables are there and give me brief description of each table in the tabular form. All right, let's give this in the chat. All right, let's allow it. Okay, you need to allow every time because that's how it's going to work. If you don't allow it, it will not able to connect with the Power BI any tables that you have in your Power BI report. As you can see, it's giving me these are the tables I have, but over here, these I don't know what are these things. Auto-generated data table, auto-generated data table. But on the top of the four table, you will see auto tables I have, people table I have, return table I have, and I have the date table. I don't know what are these things. That's why I'm telling you, don't believe everything in the MCP server, right? So all the four tables are there, right? Now you see connection is also not able to build in the Power BI. Let's say, for example, if you have 10 tables, 12 tables, 50 tables, if you click on the table and you see the description over here, let's say you want to add description for each of your tables. Now, doing manually from over here, copy paste this one and paste over here, it will take a lot of time. So let's say, for example, if you have a 20 tables, 30 tables, and you want to give each table a description, so that you can ask manual task that you can give to this AI, and let's see that's how it's going to work. I want you add these description in my all in my tables in the semantic model under the tables properties. Let's do it. So I tell him I want to add in this description in my table in the semantic model in my table description table description. Yes. So it's giving me what is the output. I just say yes. These are the description I want to add. Okay. Let's wait. So let allow, 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 and respond. And respond yes. Okay. Let's do it again. All right, it's saying all description have successfully added to the tables in the semantic model. Now let's see. As you can see, all the tables description is automatically added in my report, right? Now you'll see I have connected all the tables. Now if you come to this data table, like say date table on the top over here, you will see there are a lot of operations are there, right? Now let's say for example, I want to do some add columns. Let's say I want to add columns in the date table, start of month and start of year. I want to add columns. I want to add columns in the date tables, start of month and start of year. As you see, there is no start of month and start of year in my date table. And let's see how it's going to work. Let's allow. Okay, it's saying two new column has successfully added. Let's see. And over here, you'll see one more calculated column need to be manually refreshed. So if you click on the refresh, as you can see in the end of the table, you will see it added two columns in my day tables, start of month, start of year. So you can ask any tax question that you get that is very hectic, like why. So over here you can add a lot of columns and measures by using the semantic models. Okay, now let's go ahead and identify some others feature as well. Let's say for example, in the orders table, I don't have a cost column and I want to identify what is my profit margin. So let's go ahead and ask this AI create two columns in the orders. No, not columns. Let's say create a measure of profit margin and create a column to find the cost. Now let's see what it's going to work. Okay, allow. Let's allow this one as well. Okay, It's saying both has been added. Now, whenever you add something, you need to refresh it. Now, let's me come to the end of the corner. Okay, it's created a cost column. Previously, it was not there by using a command, right? Now, let's say, for example, it's a created profit margin. Let's say profit margin. Okay, it's also created a profit margin measure for me. All right, profit margin measure. Okay, that's perfect. So as you can see, that's how you can just talk with this MCP server, all of the measures, all of the DAX functions that can capable of by this semantic model. All right. So that's it for today's video, but I want to explore more feature on this particular video. So if you have any questions that you want to see in this MCP server, what are the capabilities of this server, do let me know in the comment box. So I'll see you on the next video.